Hi, we're doing our project on the Tang and the Song dynasties in China.
The Tang and the Song dynasties were very big on the Confucian teachings, and here is some from their book.
This is their Confucian teachings book. Let's go back to China in the olden days.
Shh! Welcome to China back in the Middle Ages.
Phew, we made it. Let's look at some of these dynasties. The Tang and the Song dynasties brought both unity and cultural achievement to China. Each dynasty lasted about 300 years. The Tang dynasty was founded in about 1618. This is where we have the story of Li Yuan and Li Shimin, father and son, who conquer their rivals and will eventually become the first Tang emperor, the son of course. 8 years later, the son took the throne as Tang Dezong. We have a short clip of showing you what happens next.
Ni hao, I'm Li Yuan in the Sui Dynasty. Li Yuan didn't know the empire would soon begin to crumble. Things are about to change.
I'm Li Shimin, Li Yuan's son. I want to have more power than I have now. I want to be in charge.
I don't know what to do.
What? Just tell me about it. Maybe I can help.
Sure, well, empire fell.
You know what you should do? What? Revolt. We could do it together. Father and son bonding time. Can't you picture it?
Son? You might be onto something.
I think we'd be a pretty efficient team, you know?
Now that you mention it, I think we should do it. Let's go for it. Over time, the dynamic duo, father and son, crushed all of their rivals. They seemed to be unstoppable. They were strong together, to say the least. They were very powerful, killing many. That was good, guys. After fighting all the people they were faced to fight, they got to the point where they were able to establish a dynasty, which is called the Tang Dynasty. They had done it. Li Yuan was in charge.
We did it, Dad!
Yes, we did.
Thank you, son! Yeah, you're back on top. Come on, yeah. All because of what we did.
Yes. Teamwork. 8 years later, Shimin convinced his father to give him the throne. He had wanted it. He wanted to be the one in charge rather than his father.
Dad, you're getting old and tired. Don't you think? I think a break would be good for you, from all that power. I could do it for you. I would rule and make you so proud. Who would be better than your own son?
Yeah, it is getting pretty tiring on me. Maybe my time's up. All right, if you say so, I will. I trust you. You know that you will give it your all.
Oh, thank you.
Shimin had convinced his father to not only leave his power, but to give it to himself. When Shimin took the throne, he took the name of Tang Dezong. He was a brilliant general, government reformer, historian, and master of calligraphy brush. He would eventually come to China's most admired emperor.
Wow, that was such a great video. I learned so much from it. Thank you, Li Yuan and Li Shimin. The Tang dynasty united China for the first time in 400 years, after the Han dynasty, of course. The Tang rulers built a sizable empire, and they were forcing neighboring lands to become tributary states, which means that they don't invade, but they pay them a tax, so that the ruler can have tributes from other people. Empress Wu Zhao was one of the Tang emperors who restored a uniform government and set up schools. Here you go, Riley.
Thank you, Abby. In the Tang dynasty, the Tang rulers instituted a lot of land reform to strengthen central government but weaken the large landholders. They broke up the large holdings and redistributed them to the peasants because they didn't want the large landholders to have that much power. Eventually, the Tang dynasty ended in 907. In 960, the Song dynasty was founded by a general named Zhao Kangji. The Song dynasty lasted for a whole 319 years, but it didn't control as much territory as the Tang dynasty. It was a time of great wealth, culture, and a very good achievement for people living in China at the time.
Here you go, Chloe.
Thanks, Abby. The economy grew under the Song dynasty for many reasons. It had an open border policy, which allowed foreign trade and imports to come through. The farming methods improved, and most farmers created 2 years' worth of crops to make a surplus. The Grand Canal linked the Hung River to the Tang River and increased trade during this time. China was a very ordered society under both dynasties. The two main classes were the gentry, which were the landholders, and the peasants. The gentry studied to pass the civil service exam, and the peasants worked the land and produced handicrafts such as baskets. Here, Abby.
Thanks, Chloe. Merchants became wealthy in the market towns of China. However, they had a lower social status than peasants. This is because they had their money from the labors of other people. This was due to Confucian tradition, which we know about their books. Families in China valued boys more than they had valued women. Women had subordinate positions in society. Women often managed the household's servants and finances, but did not keep their dowry once they were married off. Here was when the painful custom of foot binding was widely practiced. This is when it began to be practiced. Now we have a short video clip about foot binding. Here you go, Emily.
Thank you, Abby. Lost the page there. A rich culture developed under the Tai and Song and was expressed in painting, architecture, porcelain, and poetry. The gentry learned to paint and do calligraphy and sought to express balance and harmony with nature in their works. In architecture, the Chinese pagoda evolved. Sculptors expressed Buddhist themes. Tai and Song writers produced prose and poetry as well as works on philosophy and history. Poetry was the most respected form of Chinese literature. The greatest Tai poet was Li Bo. He wrote 2,000 poems about the passage of time with harmony and nature.
That was so fun. Let's go back to Miss Bowman's class.